Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and I know it's been a while since I actually recorded a video. Basically what happened is I already recorded and edited a collection video like a week and a half ago, and the file corrupted, so here I am now having to re-record it and re-edit it, which is very annoying. That's why it's been taking me so long, and I've been very busy, so I haven't had time to film one of these videos. This is the video I've been wanting to make, so here I am today going to be re-recording it, re-editing it, so yeah, that's why it's taken me a while. I'm super sorry about that, but let's just get straight into the collection video. So, something you'll probably be missing is I just started collecting comics. So, I do have a comics at the beginning of my collection right now. I will be trying to get another small Billy, like a half Billy, to put my comics on, but for now, I have them right here. To start off, I have the Long Halloween kind of arc for Batman, which is made by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. As you can tell, I'm not too far in with the bookmark that you might be able to see, but I'm not too far into this one. I'm enjoying it so far, but I can't really put an opinion on it because I'm only like 2 issues in. Then I have Marvels, which I have yet to read, but this art looks fantastic. This art looks so good. But then the next 3 I have read, this is Hush, the Batman story Hush. It's so good. I highly suggest Hush. But if you're trying to get into comics, I would say Killing Joke and A Batman Who Laughs are 2 good starts for Batman. And then going into Hush after them, I think Hush is definitely what you should read after these 2. But all 3 of them are pretty damn good stories, I will admit that. And then we go into my Hellsing Deluxes. I've yet to read these. I've been very busy this summer, so I have yet to be able to read much. But Hellsing is definitely one of the next things I do want to read. So I'll keep you guys in touch with that, and I'll probably make a video about Hellsing when I finish the 3 Deluxes. Next up, I have the Saga issue that East Coast Manga gave me a while back, and if you have to read this, I just haven't had the time to read it either, and I've just not been in the mood to read it, so sorry about that, but I will be reading it probably soon. Next up, I have Ping Pong, which I basically only have on my shelves because the volumes look really nice. If you don't know my opinions on Ping Pong, I really don't enjoy Ping Pong. To me, I didn't enjoy it that much at all. I think it's okay at best. I didn't see why everyone hyped it up, and people even say watch the anime. Well, I did. I still don't really like it that much, but yeah, that's just my opinions on Ping Pong. Don't really love it, but that's just me. Soul Eater, I do enjoy though. I need to get more of the deluxes or well, the perfect editions. I really do enjoy Soul Eater. It's just a nice touch of like old school shonen, and I love Atsushi Okubo, as you might be able to tell later on. So I cannot wait to get into more Soul Eater because I've only read this. I've watched the whole anime, but I know the whole ending in the manga is different. So cannot wait to get into this more because I've only read 1 deluxe. Then I have Fist and North Star, which is a nice looking volume. If you have to read this, this is also something I got in the summer, which I have yet to be able to read. This and Hellsing are the next 2 things I do want to read, so I'm probably going to make a video about my first impressions on this too. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Then I have JoJo's Part 1, 2, 3, and the first volume 5. Now, if you don't know why I'm keeping this much room here, is I'm getting another omnibus. This is called a omnibus in comics. So I'm having give myself some room. It's coming in a couple days, but yeah, that's why there's some room there. And I love JoJo's, by the way. JoJo's is a fantastic manga. I've read up to Part 4. I've yet to read this, but I've read up to Part 4. I don't have Part 3. I read it on the Jump app, but I love JoJo's, man. It's such an amazing manga. I cannot wait to get more into it because I've only watched up to Part 5 and I've only read up to Part 4, but I love it so much. I highly suggest JoJo's. It's something super funny, super action-packed. The action is amazingly drawn. The characters are really interesting. I love the whole entire story, so highly recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Next up is Rumiko Takahashi work, which I also didn't get into, which is Inuyasha. The main reason I didn't read this is I was waiting to see if the VizBigs went on sale on the Right Stuff birthday sale, and if they did, I was going to pick up more before I actually got into this, but of course, they weren't, so I'm going to just try and read this soon and pick up more. And as you might be able to see, a lot of my SIGs that I've read, I've yet to read because a lot of them I got more recently, so I will admit that, but yeah. That's Inuyasha. Next up, I have Message to Adolf, and I read the first volume. I really enjoyed it, but you'll see later on, with Osamu Tezuka works, I don't know what it is with me, but I can read them, but it takes me a really long time to actually get back into it. I'll give it a break after a couple chapters, and it takes me like 3 months to read on. I don't know why, but that's just what I do, and I really don't enjoy myself doing it with Osamu Tezuka works, but it's just how it works for me, and I don't know why, but yeah. Next up, Vinland Saga. I've read up to book 4 because I want to get all 11 books before I continue reading it, even though I think the Farmland arc ends here or in volume 8. I do. I really did enjoy it, though. I think the prologue of the actual story is a 10 out of 10. If it was just this, I could easily give this series a top 10 spot in my just a top 10, just in my top 10. But, of course, it's not just this, so I cannot say anything else about Vinland Saga, but I love it so far, and I cannot wait to get into it more. So now you can move Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I can show off Prison School 1 through 5 and 11 through 14. Now, I know you're saying, where's 6 through 10? Well, if you haven't watched my old video about, like, I got scammed off manga or something like that, it was in the order with Dorohedoro, because this was a bundle, and I got, like, 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 4 in a Right Stuff bundle, but, of course, I never got 6 through 10. So yeah, I've watched the anime, which I think covers the first 4 volumes or something around that, but I haven't read on because I'm missing the 6 through 10. That would just be having only 1 volume, but yeah. I really did enjoy the anime. I don't know how far it goes in the manga. I think it's 3 or 4 volumes, but that's how far I got. I enjoyed it a bit, and I cannot wait to get into it more, even though I hear the ending is not the best, but I don't know. I'll continue reading it once I get those. Next up is the light novel series, and the first light novel series of many on my collection, and that's Grimgar Fantasy of Ash. No, it's Grimgar Fantasy and Ash, sorry, I messed that up. But I've yet to read this because I just got Grimgar literally last month, and it's a long series. I think it's like 16 light novels right now, or 15, and it's hard to put yourself in the mental state of reading 15 light novels, I'll admit, even as a light novel fan it is, so I haven't had that because I've just been so busy. But yeah, I've just been wanting to read this, but haven't, but it will be. It's going to be the next light novel series I do hop into. And then Devil's Candy, I literally just got like 3 weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. Not too long ago. But I got it because the art style is really interesting. They did a really good job with this art. And I cannot wait to get into it. So, yeah, I can't really say much. Then Saichi's Monstrous Appetite. This is a manga I highly suggest to any rom-com fans. It's super enjoyable, really good art. Really love the story and highly suggest it to anyone that likes any rom-coms. I cannot wait to get more because I think there's 3 or 4 volumes currently out in English, but God, I so highly suggest this. Next up is another one I highly suggest, and it's Dog Ningen. I have the first printing of the first volume, but I do have also the first printing of the second volume, so of course it changes to Ningen on there. But this is more like a more Americanized version of One Punch Man in my opinion. Definitely way darker than One Punch Man at points because it does deal with the themes of sexual assault and things of that nature. But I will say it's really funny. It's supposed to be taking itself lightly, so I will say it's definitely great. And it has stuff like Gassed Up and stuff like that. And really highly suggest Dog Ningen if you can find it. It's only on Amazon, but yeah. Then I have today's menu for the Amiya family 1 through 3. Denpa, please release Volume 4. I've been waiting like a year and a half for it. But if you like Fate, I recommend it. It's a good Fate spinoff. About just a cooking spinoff of Fate with the Unlimited Blade Works cast. And I really enjoy it. I really love it. I definitely suggest it for Fate fans, but if you're not really a big Fate fan, I don't know how you'd enjoy it. Next up, I have the Loot Crate exclusive Yaomushi Pedal Volume 1. Now, I know you might be saying, what's so special about it? It looks just like a normal volume, just thinner. Well, this is just the first volume. It's not the second one as well. It's not 2-in-1. So that's why it's there. I want to get more because I read it and I loved it. I love Yaomushi Pedal, but I want more, and it's very expensive. This is the only reason I haven't gotten more yet. And yeah, next up, I've Blade the Immortal 1 through 10. Now, the reason I have all 10 of these, and I have yet to read them, is I wanted to get these before they actually went fully out of print. And I did, and I got these more recently when they came back in print for like a couple weeks before they went out of stock again and went out of print. So I just want to get these because I really don't like the deluxe spines compared to the omnibus spines. But I will be reading this as well soon, but I just cannot wait. I read the first one. It was kind of confusing, but I'll see how I like it. I'm going to reread it and then go in through it again, so yeah. The next two I have yet to read, All You Need Is to Kill and Solonin. I've been really excited to get into All You Need Is Kill and Solanin. It's just, I've read a little bit of Solanin. I felt like it was just something I had to be in the mood for because it was like super wordy at the time. And yeah, I just felt like this is something I had to be in the mood for. Plus the themes and like, not the themes, but like the tone of it, I feel like I need to be in the mood for. And then All You Need Is Kill, I don't know, I just haven't read it yet. I've just been busy, so yeah, I want to read this though so much. Then the next ones I have is Blue Flag Volumes 1 through 4, and I love Blue Flag. I know I got the ending spoiled for me, and the ending is so bad, but I will say I love the series enough to recommend it. Either way, I think the ending is terrible, but I can just forget about that ending when you think about the first little bit. And of course, I need 5 through 8. But I'm going to pick those up soon, and I don't care if people just start selling their Blue Flag after they read Volume 8. I'll keep it, because this series is just so enjoyable to me. And then I have Witch Hat Atelier, Volumes 1 through 5. I just don't know why I said Atelier. Witch Hat Atelier, sorry. For all the people that hate when people say Atelier. I read it. I need 6 and 7. I think 8 might be out at this point. I read this a while ago. I enjoy it. I really can't say much, because I don't remember much, but when I do get them, I'll probably reread these 5 volumes and continue on from there. And next up is Eam Great Priestess Untitled. And I don't know, I didn't love the series too much. It was good, but nothing special. I might get into it more because I hear it gets better, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty okay. And then Phantom Tales of the Night and Kagami. I've yet to read these two. I was about to start reading this, but I just didn't because it was like midnight and I'm like, I'm tired, and I went to sleep. And the Kagami, I don't know, I just haven't yet to read. These two I've just yet to read. Then Science War Football. I don't like it, I hate it. I'm not going to talk about it because I really just don't like it. Next, I have the 20th Century Boy singles. All of them, even the 21st Century Boy singles, except for 17. I have the elusive 19. I do have the elusive, I don't know why I was around 20. Or 18, oh my god, I'm looking through the camera. I have the elusive volume 19, I will admit that, but I don't have the elusive volume 17, so that's what gets me tight. I read this online before I actually started collecting, and I love 20th Century Boys. It's just like I said, I've yet to actually get into the physicals, because I don't have 17, so I've yet to read them physically, but I will read it physically once I get 17, and I did very much enjoy it when I did read it. But of course, I don't remember much, because this was like years upon years ago, so yeah. Then I have Asadora 1 and 2. I enjoy it. I think it's one of his weaker works. I think Naoki Urasawa has made way better stuff, but I will say it is a pretty decent work, and I do enjoy it, and I would suggest it. Now, for the volumes that are sticking out like this, it means I just got them. Like, I just literally picked them up this month, so I probably have yet to read the ones that are like this. But Beastars, I haven't read this, but I have watched this, because the only reason these aren't sticking out like the rest of it is because I'd show them off in, I think, my July haul. But I will say, I loved Beastars when I watched it, and I cannot wait to get volumes 1, 5, 7. I think I'm missing. Yeah, 1, 5, and 7 are the ones I'm missing right now, and that's why I haven't gotten into it. But really enjoyed it. Cannot wait to get into the manga as well. I think it's a really good anime, so let's see how I enjoy the manga. I'll probably just love it even more, so that's just my opinion. I have Rent a Girlfriend. Just watch the anime. I'm thinking about selling this soon. Just watch the anime. The anime is just better. And Hana-chan and the Shape of the World. This is a very interesting one-shot. Definitely highly suggest it. The art may look simple, but it can be very, very, very good at times. And I really do like the characters. It's a really funny, nice, wholesome one-shot. Then we have Avant Garde Yumiko by Shuzo Shimi. This is a self-print that was given to me. I really do enjoy this, but I don't know. I don't know if I could suggest it to anyone who has yet to read any Shuzo Shimi. If you've read a lot of Shuzo Shimi, I can suggest it, but this one's just too weird because it's about a girl who's like super obsessed with cock. That's literally it. So, yeah. Then I have Happiness. Oh my god. This is what I got myself into with Shuzo Shimi. This is the first Shuzo Shimi work I've read. And I think it's the best start to Shuzo Shimi because it's the least weird and it's one of his better works. And I definitely highly suggest Happiness. It's a very great read. You can read all 10 volumes in like 3 hours, if that. Because all these don't have many words. Because if you don't know, Shuzo Shimi tells the stories by his art. He doesn't tell his stories by saying it, he tells his stories by showing it. And I think that's one reason I love Shuzo Shimi, is he's a very different mangaka, and I really do enjoy it. And then I have Inside Mori 1 through 6. I completed this on scans, but I will pick up the rest. I think it's a very good work. I don't think it's nearly as good as his bigger 3 of Blend the Tracks, Happiness, or Flowers of Evil, but I do say it's a pretty solid 4th for him. And I will say I definitely suggest this as well. Same with Shino Can't Say Her Name. It's solid, but I feel like Shino Can't Say Her Name could have been a longer manga. I feel like it was, it just struggled because it was a one-shot. If it was more than a one-shot, it would have been a better manga overall. And that's my main pet peeve with Shino Can't Say Her Name. Next up is number 5 by Taiyo Matsumoto. Sorry if this is dark. It's like the corner of my room. But, I've yet to read this. It looks really interesting. I just got this recently. Yeah, it looks really interesting. Cannot wait to read it. Then I have No Guns Life 1 through 7. It's okay. That's all I have to say about it. It's just okay. And then I have Real 1 and 11. I've yet to read these, but I do have the library hardcover volume 1 of Real. So this is really interesting. I really do enjoy having that. I will say I've yet to read these because I want to get the full series, but that's going to be hard. So yeah. I have Blue Period 1 through 4. Love Blue Period. If you have yet to read this, you just should. It's just an amazing manga. I highly suggest Blue Period. It's a painting manga, and if that just turns you off, I didn't think I was gonna like Blue Period just because it's painting either. But when I read it, it changed my mind. So just read it. Then I have To Your Eternity Volume 1. Pretty mid. Nothing else I have to say. I enjoyed it, but not that much because I feel like the high points are really good, but other than that, it's pretty bad. So yeah. And I have Hell's Paradise 1 through 5. I've read all of these, and I'm going to continue it, but I'm waiting for the volumes to finish in English so I can just binge it, because I loved these first 5 volumes. It was amazing. I probably like this more than all of JJK, I will admit it, but yeah, really love Hell's Paradise, highly suggest, and cannot wait to get the rest. Then I have Doubt. If you're into horror manga, you'll probably like Doubt. Now I hear Judge is just better, but because Judge is a manga made by the same mangaka, I hear it's just better, but I think Doubt's pretty good. It's a solid manga, nothing too insane, and yeah. Then I have Dorohedoro 1 through 22. The other 2 are over that way all the way, and I'm missing 2 in here because it's in my to read pile, which is right there, but I will say I really have been enjoying Dorohedoro. I'm just going to walk over to the other 2 to make it easier for myself. This is 21, 22. I'm missing 23 because it's been elusive and no one can find it, but really have been enjoying Dorohedoro so far. I'm only like a volume and a half in, so I can't really say too much about my opinions on it, but I'm really enjoying it, so that's just it. Then I have Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Try Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? This is my favorite light novel series. And not only that, my favorite anime series. I know the anime is not nearly as good as the light novel. It's just the thing that got me into anime. And I will say, amazing series. Highly suggest Danmachi. And if you're a light novel reader, you will definitely like Danmachi. Or you can even read the spin-offs of Familia Chronicle episode of Liu, or Familia Chronicle episode of Freya to get more into this. And now there's even another spin-off that's been going on for a while now called Danmachi Sword Oratoria, which is about Aiz, the main girl, who is, let's see, it's about her. And it's basically just like the same exact pacing as this, but through her perspective. So I definitely will suggest all of it. It's an amazing series, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. Then I have A Certain Magical Index 1 through 5. This volume is like impossible to find, and that's the only reason I picked up this lot, because I knew I wanted to get into this later on, but not right this second, so I've yet to read this. But I have read Log Horizon, and I love it. Log Horizon is one of my favorite light novels, and one of my favorite isekais in general. It's up there with my top 2 isekais. It's ReZero's number 1, and this is my second favorite isekai, by far. Really much highly suggest this. It's a really, really good light novel, and a really good anime that not many people really give a chance. Then Haruhi Zumia. This is a classic light novel. I've yet to read this, but my friend Shrek on Discord has, and he read the first 1 or 2, and he said it was really good, not what he expected. And I've only watched like 2 episodes, so I can't really say much about what it's about, but I'm going to get into this soon, and I cannot wait. Then one other light novel I've yet to read, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. me and my homie Shrek on Discord, the one who read the first 2 volumes, got a bunch of light novels together, and he read this one, I think, and I haven't, but I don't know his opinion. I don't know his opinions on it, but I do know his opinions on this because me and him share it. Bottom tier character Tomozaki. It's really good. I've read the first light novel. I highly suggest it. It can be somewhat cringe at times, but other than that, I really do like bottom tier character Tomozaki. But yeah. Then I have the Orgairu series 1 through 10, even the 0.5 volumes, but I'm missing a couple that are currently out. But yeah, I've read all of this, love Orgairu, highly suggest it, and I've also watched all the anime, so really love it, cannot wait for more, and yeah. Then, the other Osamu Tezuka work, that's literally straight under Message to Adolf. So, same problem. I read 1 volume, and then I'm like, wait 6 months and read another one. That's literally how it's been with Buddha. I need to just sit down and read it. I just can't. It's an Osamu Tezuka work. I don't know why. Then I have Dissolving Classroom, Junji Ito. Do not buy this. I'm just going to say this right now. Do not buy this. The only reason it's still on my shelf is because the volume looks extremely nice. And that's it. It's a very bad manga. That's just it. It's like a solid 3. Then I have Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, which isn't a bad manga. It's a great manga. Very wholesome. I have 1 through 7, which is up to date. Very much highly suggested, even if you don't like how it starts. I feel like Nagatoro is really annoying in the beginning, like the first volume. But once you get past that, and you see that she's just teasing him because she likes him, it's really wholesome, and I really do love it. Highly suggest this. Then I have the Monogatari box set 1 and 2. And the only reason I have this here is because there's not enough room to fit box set 2 here, so I just have this to fill space. This is a really old comic book that I don't even feel like I can open or touch. I really don't like touching it. As you can tell, it's very yellowed because it's how old it is. But yeah, I really love having this, and really like it. But Monogatari, from what I've read like the first 2 light novels, and it's pretty darn good. I will admit, I really do enjoy it. I don't think I can say much else. Then I have the School Frozen Time 1 and 2. Do very much enjoy this one as well. It's very underrated. It's made by the creators of Your Lie in April, and I will say it's really good. Even though this character looks like Arima Kosei straight up, he looks completely different in the volume, and I think it's funny. But I've read the first volume, highly suggest it. The first half is kind of weak, but once you get into the second half, which the first half is really just building up towards, it really feels like it's worth it. And next, I have Blend the Tracks 1 through 3. I'm up to date with this on scans, but I don't have up to date volumes. I will once it finishes, but it's a weak start. I will say the Blend the Tracks has a very weak start, but it gets better. I will say that it gets way better. That's just my opinion. And then Daily Lives of High School Boys Volume 1. Highly suggest this as a comedy. It's my favorite comedy anime. Of course, I don't have much of the manga, but I will be picking up more because I think it just finished in English. I just haven't been able to really give time to it, but I did enjoy what I did read of it, so yeah. Next up, I have the Aki Bento Volume 1 of Fire Force. I'm just going to move Ichigo over for the time being. Aki Bento Volume 1 of Fire Force. It looks really nice, and I wish they did black and red for the rest of it, but they did not. But then I have 1 through 20 of Fire Force. Now I think there's 24 volumes out currently. I've only read to volume like 16 or 17, I think, around here. I said I wanted to have a bunch of a backlog for this and just re-binge it, most likely when it's finished, probably, because I hear it's near its end. So I'm just going to wait for it to go near that, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. Cannot wait to get back into this. Very much love it, and I think it's funny how Atsushi Okubo has way better art on this than Soul Eater, and this is a weekly series, and Soul Eater was monthly, but it's been a really long time since Soul Eater was serialized, so I can see why. Then, Requiem of the Rose King, I don't think I will enjoy the rest of this. It was pretty from the first volume. They introduced a lot of characters without really introducing them. They were just like, oh, 30 characters, here you go. And I really didn't enjoy that, and I feel like I'm not going to get attached to a singular one of them. It's a cool volume to have, but I'm probably going to sell it and not keep it. I don't really like it that much. Then, a series I do like, Interspecies Reviewers 1 through 5. This is just a super funny comedy. Like, it's just so funny. I'm not into the series just for the ecchi. The comedy really makes it for me. This is just super comedical, but I will say, has a lot of ecchi. So if you're younger, do not read this. But I really enjoy it, and I can see why other people really enjoy it. I've yet to watch the anime that much, but I know the anime kind of over-sexualizes things and actually just adds a bunch of sex scenes, so That's why I'm probably not going to watch it, because I think it's just trying to be that ecchi kind of series instead of being the comedy that it really is. Then I have Kama 1 and 2. I've yet to read this, but it's made by the twin sister, I believe, of a mangaka that will be coming up quite soon, actually. But yeah, I haven't read this yet, so I can't say if I really enjoy it or really dislike it, so no opinions on it. Then I have World Trigger 1 through 3, and then 5 through 10. I know I'm missing Volume 4, but that's because it was out of stock on Right Stuff when I bought it, so I just didn't get it. And I'm waiting to get Volume 4 to read it, but I have watched a little bit of Season 1, and I know I enjoy it, so I cannot wait to get back into World Trigger in the manga format. And yeah, really do just enjoy the anime, so cannot wait to get into it. Another thing I've yet to read, Chrono Crusade. Just haven't had time. I got this in summer as well, just haven't had time to read it, but it's something I feel like I know I will enjoy, so I'm just gonna wait and then see when I have time, when I should read it when I have time. These I got from the Cam and the Critic. They're not really in bad condition at all. I got them for pretty damn cheap as well, for old series that's been out of print for a really long time by an unknown publisher, I will say. Really excited with the price I got, and I will say I cannot wait to get into it. Then I have One Piece Ace's Story. Really great light novel. If you like One Piece, you'll love this light novel. It's about Ace, as you can tell by Ace's Story is the name, and really do suggest it. Really enjoy it. Then I have the Danmachi manga of the original series 1 through 10, which is up to date. Then I have Familia Chronicle Episode Olio 1 through 6, which is up to date. Then I have the Sword Oratoria manga up through 11. I think this is not up to date. I think there's 14 out right now. But I would suggest getting the light novels instead. That's all I really have to say. Then I have JJK 1 through 11. I really love JJK up to this point. Then it just falters once it enters Shibuya for me. I feel like the over kind of edginess that it goes into is just not my style, and I really don't enjoy that at all. But yeah, that's just me. I really don't like that kind of over edginess, and I don't really have much else to say. Then I have Hiding Closer 1 through 4. I'm waiting to get the 5 through 7 to actually read this because it's only 7 volumes, but this is made by the same creator of Zom 100 and also Alice in Borderland. So if you like those series, you'll probably like Hiding Closer, but I think he does both story and art on this instead of story and art done by Haru also, but he does only story on both of those if I'm not mistaken. Next up, Mashal. I'm up to date with it, pretty mid. I'm not going to say anything else. If you want to hear my opinions on this, watch my video on it because I don't like it, and the only reason I'm buying this is because I want to support him because I already read the whole series. Next up, Attack on Titan 1 through 4. I'm just waiting for the box sets to go down in price because, man, these box sets are just out of stock and very expensive. So yeah, very much love Attack on Titan. I'm not someone that's like, oh, the ending made it like a 4. No, the ending was fine. Everyone that's just overreacting to the ending because they're babies, I'm just going to say that right now, the ending was fine. Case Closed 1 and 2, have yet to read, not going to talk about. Gintama. I've yet to technically read this, but I've watched it. I have all the volumes except Volume 6, the elusive Volume 6, but I do have Volume 21, so that does make me happy, but Gintama's so good, man. Watch it or read it. Just do anything. Just consume it. Really good. And something that makes me happy is I have like 2 of my favorite grails in my collection just next to each other. I have Gintama and my Part 3 singles, 1 through 16. I'm missing Volume 3 and 13. I'm missing 2 volumes, but hopefully I can get them soon so I can finally complete this grail I've been working on for so long because it just looks so nice, man. It's one of my favorite spines ever, and I really do enjoy JoJo, so having this would be so nice for me. Next up, I have Eden Zero 1 through 9. I really haven't read this in a while, but I did enjoy it way more than Fairy Tail, and that's why this is on my shelf. Fairy Tail isn't, so yeah, that's all I have to say. I really did enjoy it though. Hiro Mashima isn't really my favorite, but this is a good work. Then Nura Rise the Yokai Clan 1 through 8. I have read these, but my main issue is Volume 11 is just impossible to find, so that's why I don't have more. So hopefully I can get Volume 11. If I do, I'll pick up the rest of the series. Then I have Shaman King Omnibuses 1 through 3, and I already think I've said this many times, but I'm only going to read these when I have like 5 or 6 omnibuses, purely because with these first 3, I've already read 2 of them, basically, in single format, so I would only be getting 3 volumes worth of content, so I'm waiting for like 5 or 6 to come out, so I'll have a lot more content than I have yet to read, but these spines will look so fire when they're all next to each other, so yeah, I cannot wait to have all, I think it's going to be 12 of these omnibuses, but yeah. Portis is a one-shot I was going to make a video on, but I don't know. I feel like it's good. It's like a solid 7. Nothing really special. It's by Jun Abe, and yeah, I do suggest it if you're into horror and you want a one-shot, but it's not the best. Then I have Yu 1 and 2. Solid. One of the better Junji Ito works, but I don't like Junji Ito in general, so I only really keep these because they look really nice. Then I have Promised Neverland 1 through 20. Which I've read about to where it's volume 14 or 15. I've read about here. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait for it to finish because it finished in Japan. And I'll just wait for it to finish in English. So then I'm going to reread it. And I'm going to reread this very soon and then make a video on my opinions on the whole series. So far, easily top 20 manga for me. Very much love this series. And I don't think the ending's going to really, even if it's terrible, I don't think it's going to really affect me much. But yeah, love Promised Neverland. And that's why this is out, because I have yet to read it. And also, it just came out. Then I have D. Gray Man. I need more. It's just hard to find right now. I loved D. Gray Man Volume 1. It was an amazing Volume 1. And I cannot wait to get into it more. This is just one of my favorite Volume 1s I've read, and I cannot wait for more. Then I have Blue Exorcist 1 through 24. I don't have 25, and I think 26 is coming out in September. Very much love Blue Exorcist as well. I think it's around here, yeah. Once you see the Illuminati arc, like, once you read this is where it solidifies it for me. It starts getting so good around this area. And then this, like, 3-volume span, oh my god, it's oh so good. I love this series so much, so I highly suggest Blue Exorcist. And I will say, don't watch the anime, because I think the anime kind of butchered the Kyoto Saga, and also the second half season 1, I think it was just bad, so that's just my opinion. Then I have Noir, The Last Chronicle of Devildom. I have 1 through 4, then 6 and 7. I need 5, 8, and 9. I think I need 3 more volumes, and I'll have this complete. I just bought these literally, like, a week ago, so I literally have yet to read these, but I cannot wait to read them, because it's an older Shonen Jump series, and it looks really interesting, and I got these all in fairly good condition. Like, they're all in pretty decent condition, so can't wait to get into these. And yeah, then I have Sayuki, which is a manga I have read. I would actually suggest getting the hardcovers, though, because they just look nicer. I do love the singles, but they're probably harder to find than the hardcovers, and the hardcovers are just so nice looking that I just would suggest getting the hardcovers over the singles. So that's just my opinion, but yeah. Then I have Monster Hunter Flash Hunter 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 10. I'm missing every rare volume except 10. 10 is very rare, and it's the only rare volume I own of Monster Hunter Flash Hunter. But this art is fantastic, and I want to get into it and read it. But I need the rare volumes, so wish me luck on getting this grail as well, because I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I have half the series. Actually, a little over half of the series. I have 60% of the series. Then onto my long Ken Akamatsu collection. If you don't know, Ken Akamatsu is one of my favorite mangakas out there, and this is one of his first works, Hey, I Love You. I actually just picked this up more recently, so I've yet to read this, but cannot wait to get into this, and I hear it's actually pretty damn decent for a first work. Then we have Love Hina, which is one of my favorite harems of all time. It's just a classic harem. If you've ever read or watched Love Hina, then you know what I mean. It's one of the older harems that still stands to this day, because it really just hits. It really is one of those things that pioneered harems, and I really loved Love Hina. And then we have Negima 1 through 28. I'm missing 29 and 30 through 38. I have all of Negima but one volume. And I have read about 227 because I'll probably reread this when I get 29, to be honest, because I want to very much just binge through all of Negima and UQ Holder, because this is all technically like one world. So yeah, I cannot wait to get 29, and I cannot wait to continue Negima because I loved it. I really love Ken Akamatsu's work, and this is the work that got me into Ken Akamatsu, this and Love Hina, so cannot wait to continue. Then we have UQ Holder 1 through 22, which is up to date. I've read the first 5 volumes before I found out that Negima is actually just the predecessor, so I was like, oh. But yeah, cannot wait to actually read this, to read that, and continue. Really very much enjoyed it. Then, Tonikawa 1 through 6. If you like rom-coms, you'll like this series. It's one of the best rom-coms out there, in my opinion. There's a kind of a mystery element to it as well as just a little bit, but otherwise, I think this is a great series, and as you can tell, really nice spines. I really love the spines, but very much enjoy Fly Me to the Moon or Tonikawa, so I would definitely recommend it. Then, something I just picked up more recently, and I have yet to read, Trinity 7. I watched the first season of this anime, and it was fantastic in my opinion, and that's the reason I have this on my shelf, but I've yet to read it, sadly, and yeah, but I cannot wait to get into this, and these spines look so clean. Next up, Can't Stop Cursing You. Oh my god, this is such an amazing Volume 1, but sadly, the Volume 2 got delayed by like 2.5 months, so I'll have to wait till mid-September when it's supposed to come out in July. Please, Yen Press, just release it. It was so good. Then, something I don't even know why I still have on my shelf. I've been killing slimes for 300 years until I maxed out my level. I'm just gonna take that off my shelf. Didn't enjoy it. Not that good. Then, My Hero Academia 1 through 28. Really did enjoy the series. I love the series. I think that once you get past the Class 1A, 1B arc, it gets so much better. But I will say, I think I thought the first like 10 to 11 volumes was really solid, and after that, it's just like a kind of a miss for like 10 volumes, where like I feel like it just was weak for 10 volumes, and then just got way better again, so I'm glad it got way better, because it's a really good series. Talking about really good series, My Hero Vigilantes, 1 through 10. Oh my god, Vigilantes got so good. I love Vigilantes so much. It's definitely growing on me way more. For a while, I actually liked Vigilantes more than regular My Hero, until I actually caught up to My Hero Weekly, and now I like My Hero more, but Vigilantes is definitely very close in my opinion, and I really do love it. Very much suggest Vigilantes, and even if you don't like original My Hero, you might like Vigilantes, which is something I like. Next up, Sex Ed 120%. It's funny, but it's not amazing. I'll probably continue it because I thought it was decent, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. Like, it was pretty good, but not amazing. Call of the Night. Definitely a rom-com I can suggest easily. Very much loved Call of the Night. Cannot wait for more, and this art style, man, is so nice. Like, just look at this. Look at this. Super unique. Very much enjoy it, and cannot wait for more. Then I have Nishikoi 1 through 3. I watched the anime, and I definitely need to pick up more Nishikoi. It just has not been on my top of my priority list. Yeah, very much enjoyed Nishikoi from what I did read and what I did watch. But like I said, I just need to get the rest. I have Plus Anima 1 through 10. 10's on this shelf, but don't really remember much because this is one of the first mangas I actually picked up. So I can't really say much. Then I have Rurouni Kenshin 1 through 28. Now I know that this manga isn't a good guy, but he made a really good work. I'll admit it. I like separating the mangaka from the manga, and this is a prime example. I love Rurouni Kenshin, but Nobuhiro Watsuki can just stop. Like, please just leave. I hate him. But yeah, all I really have to say, really good manga, but don't. I also got this secondhand, so I actually didn't support him at all. So anyone that's going keyboard warrior in the comments like, oh my god, he supported Nobuhiro Watsuki, like someone did in the past, and he just said like one word and just kept deleting his comment, and I wasn't. YouTube automatically wasn't. He was just mad and triggered at me. No, I didn't buy these retail. I bought them secondhand, so I didn't actually support them. So yeah. Then I have the San Diego Comic-Con One Punch Man, and also the Loot Crate exclusive One Punch Man, and then One Punch Man 1 through 6. One Punch Man is so good. It's just so good. I need to continue it, but I've only watched the first 2 seasons, and I've yet to read anything past Volume 6, because Volume 7 is now like very hard to find for me, and yeah, that's just all I'd say. Very much suggested, but have yet to read much. Dr. Stone 1 through 4 and Byakuya Reboot. For the first 2 ones, Dr. Stone, love it. Inagaki is such an amazing story writer, but of course I don't have Volume 3, so I cannot continue it. But yeah, that's Dr. Stone, and let's get on to the next shelf. On to the next shelf with Eyeshield 21, with a bunch of miscellaneous volumes that you can just look at right now. I think I have 25 out of the 37. As you can tell, these are out more, so I just picked them up. And, yeah, I cannot wait to get into Eyeshield. I'm not even getting this off Yusuke Murata. Like, I'm getting this off Inagaki because of how much I love Dr. Stone. But, of course, Yusuke Murata and Inagaki together will just probably make a masterpiece. So this will probably be in my top 10 and be my second favorite sports manga of all time, only behind Ace of the Diamonds. That's just my prediction. That's just my prediction. But yeah, cannot wait to read this. And of course, I'm missing volumes 1, 3, 4, so I can't really get into it that well. But yeah, I cannot wait to get into Eyeshield 21. And these spines, man, just look at them. They're so clean. Then I have Ranma half all the way up to 2-in-1 which is the second to last 2-in-1. I've read the first two. I love Ranma. It's just something that when you're reading something dark and you feel like it's pretty sad, you can just get into Ranma and it'll just be like a nice fun time. So if you're ever in those moods and you have Ranma, just read it. It's just one of those works, and I really do enjoy it. And I love Rumiko Takahashi just off Ranma alone, so cannot wait to get into more of her works. And by saying that, I have Renee Volumes 1 2, and saying can't wait to get into more of her works probably actually answers this. I have yet to read it. It has 40 volumes, and it's pretty hard to get into, in my opinion, because it has 40 volumes, and I only have 2. But yeah. I don't know if this came out before or after Ranma. I think Ranma was one of her first works, but can't wait to get into it. And just because it's Rumiko Takahashi, I really can't wait to get into it. Same with Mao. I can't wait to get into Mao, but of course it's not out in English yet, but we'll see. Then I have Val X Love, which does something I really hate with its spine. It changes the number color for 2 volumes and goes back to its normal. Why? I think the series is good, but nothing special. It's just a classic harem. It's nothing insane, just a classic ecchi harem. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. And Moriarty the Patriot Volume 1. I know a lot of you people will say is I made a whole video basically on Volume 1 alone, and I don't even have more of the volumes because it's monthly and the volumes take 30 years to come out, so that's why I don't have more. So yeah, I have all parts Hunter 1 through 19, which is complete. I've read Volume 1. It was a pretty enjoyable Volume 1. Nothing insane, nothing too bad, but I don't know. It just wasn't enough to hook me to read more, but I did get these all at once, so I'll probably get into it later, because it still does interest me to see where it goes. Then I have Magi 1 through 37. Oh my god. Magi is such an underappreciated manga. I need to make a video on Magi soon, just calling it the most underappreciated shonen manga that really no one reads. No one ever really reads Magi or watches Magi, but it's so very much deserves more love. It's such an amazing shonen manga, and it's one of Shonen Sunday's best works of all time, and Shinobu Otaka really does hit it off well. It's a very good political shonen, and to be honest, this is probably my favorite political shonen, and that's saying something because AOT is technically considered a political shonen, and I would probably put Magi above AOT, so that's just my opinion, but I do love Magi so much. Then I have Taboo Tattoo, Volume 1. It was kind of confusing, but that's just all I have to say. I did read it. It was kind of confusing. I think it's 13 volumes incomplete, so I'll probably give the rest a chance, but it was kind of confusing on Volume 1. Then We Never Learn 1 through 8. It was pretty good. Nothing insane. I don't know if I'm going to continue it. It's just Volume 9 has been super hard for me to find. I don't know why. I just can't find Volume 9, but that's just me. So, I don't know if I'm going to continue it, but I probably will, because it's a harem, and I'm just a harem dude, so I probably will. Then I have Seraph of the End 1 through 22. I haven't read 20 or 21, but other than that, I've read the rest, and I very much enjoy Seraph of the End at some points, and very much hate Seraph of the End at other points. It's very hit or miss. It's solid, but it's also terrible. I don't know how it does it. I made a video on this as well, but it's just weird. I don't know how it does it. Then I have Slam Dunk 1 and 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 23, 26, 27, and 31. A lot of miscellaneous volumes, and of course, as you can tell, I picked up a lot recently, and I'm trying to complete Slam Dunk. That and Ice Shield are my 2 big sports manga I really am just trying to complete right now, because they're probably going to be my top 3 sports manga, I'll be honest. I read the first 2, really good, very much enjoyed it, so I feel like I'm just going to like it even more if I like the first 2, because I hear it just gets way better, so yeah. And I also think Takehiko Inoue, is amazing mangaka, so I don't think I can go wrong with him. Then I have Spyx Family 1 through 5. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty solid. It's nothing insane, but it's pretty solid. I do enjoy it pretty much a lot. But yeah, I think this would actually make a really good anime, but I just don't know who would animate it because it's a weird art style for an anime. But yeah, I think it'll probably be animated by the same people who did Full Metal Alchemist. So I feel like that art style is kind of similar, but that's just my opinion. And Chainsaw Man 1 through 6. Holy God, Chainsaw Man is so good. If you can, just read it on the Jump app or just try and find the volumes because it's just so worth it. Chainsaw Man is so good. Of course, I think it has a slow start with the first 2 volumes, but once you get on past that, it just becomes so much better. And I love Chainsaw Man because of that. And also, best girl. Nothing much else I have to say. Then I have Komi Can't Communicate 1 through 14. I just picked up volume 14 this month because it just came out this month. But I only have read like the first 3 volumes. I picked this up more recently. I haven't had time. Surprisingly, for a series which the main character can't speak, it has quite a few words. So I've just not had time to read anything really wordy. So I just have been putting this on the back burner. But I did enjoy the first 3 volumes quite a bit, and I cannot wait to get into it more. I will say the anime really does excite me because I cannot wait to see how it gets animated. Then we have The Law of Iyuki, volumes 1 and 2. Another series that only has, I think, 16 volumes, but I just have yet to really get into it because I'm missing, like, 14 of them. I technically do have volume 16, but it's in so bad condition that I just don't want to even show it to you guys because it looks so bad. So yeah, that's just my opinions. Then I have Siren 1 through 5, such an underappreciated manga that really just went under the radar and Jump. And I very much enjoyed the first 5 volumes. I'm trying to get the rest for a good steal, but it's kind of hard to find. But love Siren, highly suggested. Same thing with Black Torch. Went under the radar. You know, this guy's making another work called Heart Gear, and it's doing really well. So hopefully you can have a lot of more success with that. But Black Torch is really good, and it reminded me of a lot of like a Bleach. It really did remind me a lot of Bleach, so that kind of made me sad. Then I had That Maid I hired recently is Mysterious. Very much enjoyed this. It does something very unique by making the girl's eyes purple every time she's there, and depending on like her face, like what her face looks like, or facial expression I should say, sorry, I don't know why that just slipped my mind. Depending on her facial expression, it's different shades of purple, and like depending on her, like how far away she is, different shades. But very unique, and I love this series so far because of that. It's doing something different, and I think more series should do something like that. Then I have Kekaishi volumes 1, and then 11 through 14, 25, 28, 31, 33, and 35. The only thing that annoys me is I have the 2 rare volumes. Sorry about that, I just had to get a cup of water, but yeah, the 2 rare volumes have different spines than the rest, so it just looks disgusting on the shelf, but I will be picking up the rest of this as I did read volume 1 and very much enjoyed it, because if you don't know, Exorcist series are just something I love, and you'll see that soon enough. And next up is A Silent Voice, made by the creator of To Your Eternity, and it's just 30 times better. Like, if you want just To Your Eternity, just better, just read A Silent Voice. It's just better. Then, another Exorcist series, which I was kind of alluding to there, Twin Star Exorcist. Man, oh man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So my top 10 manga, one of my first manga I've read physically, and man, I highly suggest this. Volume 15 has probably one of my favorite covers of all time, and also, it's just such a great series. Once it's post-time skip, this, like, kind of arc, I think it lasts up until here, yeah. This kind of arc is one of my favorite arcs of all time. Not even just in shonen, just all time. That is just a fantastically written arc, and it just keeps getting just better. It doesn't get as good as this, I feel, but it just keeps getting better and better for the average of Twin Star Exorcist. But by average, I'm not saying like average as in every manga. I mean the average for the series. It just keeps getting overall better and better, so that's just me. Then Undead Luck, very much enjoyed it. It's a new Shonen Jump series that more people need to read because it's that good. It's just way better than Mashal in my opinion, and it just gets way better as you read it. Then you get Yu Yu Hakusho 1 through 19, a classic work by Yoshihiro Togashi. I don't know why that took me so long to say, and I messed it up 30 times, but it's a classic work, and more people need to read this, as mainly people read Hunter x Hunter, and they never really give Yu Yu Hakusho a chance, but this is better at points. I feel like the Dark Tournament is the best tournament arc in manga, so definitely highly suggest Yu Yu Hakusho, and let's go over there. Next up is Mercy Lago Volume 1. This was recommended to me by Ken the Critic. I've yet to read it, so I can't really say much, but he says it's really good, so I'm going to say by his word it's probably pretty good. Then I have Kurozukuro 2 and 4. I've yet to read this because, of course, I don't have 1 or 3. This is 7 volumes, and I need to collect this to finish my Shonen Sunday collection. So yeah, I have a lot I actually have a lot I need for Shonen Sunday, but you know what I mean. I need this to actually be able to continue. Then I have Moyo and Roji 1 through 18. This is complete. I've read the first 6 volumes. I really did enjoy Moyo and Roji. I just don't know why I stopped reading it. I'm going to continue reading it at one point, probably reread what I read, and then continue on from there, because I really did like it, and it was a very underrated series, so I'll probably get back into it. Then I have Black Clover 1 through 23, and I also have a Loot Crate exclusive Volume 1. I'll just compare both Volume 1s. This is the Loot Crate exclusive Volume 1, and this is just the normal one. I think the normal one's still better, but since I love Black Clover so much, I decided why not just get the Loot Crate exclusive Volume 1 as well. So, yeah, very much enjoy Black Clover, very much highly suggest this, and if you don't know already, if you have yet seen my channel, then you know Black Clover is my 3rd favorite manga of all time, and I have like millions of videos on it, so yeah. Moving on, we have Assassination Classroom 1 through 21, which is also complete. Super underrated manga, very great. Yusui Matsui really did a good job on this manga. Enjoy the anime as well. Highly recommend it, and yeah, it's really good. Then, an underrated one that I really enjoy, but no one really talks about. It's a Warabito. As you can tell, it's Shonen Sunday, so that's why I got it, but my god. 1 through 23 of its Warabito in this complete. Volumes 2, 5, and 6 are kind of out of print, but 2 and 5 aren't that bad. It's mainly 6 that's a hard one, but its Warabito is so underrated. It is so good, and I don't think many people really give it the credit it really deserves. I think that once you get past where it starts getting confusing, like once you get past Volume 3, it's so good from there on. The twists and the turns are so great, and the mystery behind everything is really good, and the whole hunt for the Kononotsu is so interesting, so very, very, very highly suggest it's Warabito. Then Volume 1, 2, 8, 9 of Not Lives. I've read Volume 1, it was pretty good, nothing insane, but I'm going to need more because I think there's 10 volumes altogether and it's complete. So I'll see how I like the rest of it when I get the rest of it, but I think there's one more volume that's kind of hard to find. I think it's 6, but I don't remember, but yeah. Then I have Skeleton Knight, Another World 1, 2, the novels, and 1 through 4 of the manga. I say just read the novels, but the manga's still pretty good. This is also getting an anime, or it already got an anime if I'm not mistaken, so if you want to check it out, I would check out the anime when it comes out, or when if it already came out, I don't really know. So if you want to check it out, I'd probably just dip my toes into that and see if you like it. And then I have Masamune Kun's Revenge. I got this from a friend of mine. I've yet to read it because I want to get more of it, but more of it's kind of hard to find because it's rare right now. So yay, because it's out of print. But yeah, I want to get more of it. It's a harem, and I hear it's pretty damn good. So I'll see where I get with that. Then I have Gigant 1 through 3. I think this is pretty hot dookie. It's pretty bad, but it's only going to be 10 volumes, so I might just stick it out and read the whole thing, even though I think it's pretty damn bad. That's just how I think. Then, I have a lot of the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service singles. I'm just missing 1 and 5, and then I have all 14. So, I cannot wait to get the first one and the 5th one, but of course I have to get those to actually start reading it, so hopefully I can find them soon, and these spines just look so nice. Then I have I'm a Hero, Omnibus 1 through 3. I need to get more of this, and I also need to start reading it, but I will also say I'm trying to wait till I get the whole thing because I know that a lot of these are out of print, and I don't want to be waiting like 6 months before I continue it. If I like read the first 5 and I'm looking for 6 and I have to wait 6 months, I really don't want to do that, so that's why I've been like holding off on reading it. Then I have I Shall Survive Using Potions. It was a decent volume 1. I don't know if I'm going to continue it. I don't think it's too great. But I hear the Funa's other work. I think that's the author, right? Yeah, Funa. Their other work is just better. So I'll probably just read that. Then the master class itself, 1 through 40, and the guidebook for Berserk. If you've yet to read Berserk, you're missing out. This is one of the best manga of all time. Tied as my favorite manga of all time with One Piece, and my god, you just need to read this. It's so good. It never stops being good. I will very much admit that. Then, I have Roll Over and Die. I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and cursed sword. I've read the first light novel. This is actually Yuri. This is actually the only Yuri I have in my collection, and one of the only Yuris I've ever read. And it's pretty damn good. Sorry about that. There was just loud noise in my house. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Roll Over and Die is the only Yuri I actually have in my collection. It's a really good light novel. I do suggest it. It's kind of like a Yuri version of Rito of Healer that's nowhere near as graphic. It's one of those kind of revenge stories. But yeah, it's pretty damn good. I will recommend it. Then I have Hana and the Dragonute 7 Kingdoms Volume 1. I don't know if I'm going to keep this because it's only 3 volumes. I felt like it had really high potential, but as you might know, for 3-volume series, this probably got canceled and got rushed to an ending, so I think I might not continue with this. Then Versailles the Dead. I've yet to read this. I just got this more recently, so I'm not going to talk about it. And then I have Gal Gohan 1 through 4. If you're into Gal series, Gal Gohan's a pretty decent one. I think it's finished with 10 volumes, but I don't think it's finished in English yet. I think it's on volume 9 or 8, I think. I don't remember. It might still be ongoing, to be honest. But Gal Gohan is a pretty damn good one. It's like a cooking gal series, so it's pretty good. I will recommend it. Then we have The Sorcerer King of Destruction and The Golem of the Barbarian Queen. Wow. Weird name. You've yet to read this. It's a light novel. Cannot wait to read this because I hear it's actually pretty decent, so gonna get into that soon, but I don't know when. Then I have Mob Psycho Reigen, and funny enough, I have Mob Psycho Reigen, but I don't actually have Mob Psycho. It was a pretty good volume, nothing insane. Did add a lot of stuff with Reigen. I really do love Reigen, so that's that. And then The Great Pretender Volume 1, I just got this more recently, but the anime was fantastic, so I hope the manga is too. That is Super Xeros Volumes 1 and 2. I read Volume 1. Very ecchi. If you're into like the ecchi harem stuff, you'll like this a lot. But if you're not into ecchi harems, you'll probably despise it. So yes. Then we have The Legend of Dororo and Hyakkimaru. Don't read this. Just watch the anime. It's trying to follow the anime, but it's nowhere near as good. So I just say don't read this. Just watch it. Then I have Infinite Dendrogram 1 through 11. One of my favorite light novel series and such a fantastic isekai. Please do not watch the anime. The anime butchers the adaptation of this. I think the light novel is definitely where you should pick it up and read it because it's such a fantastic read. It's a fantastic light novel that I highly suggest. Then we have High Rise Invasions, Toon Ones 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. Only read 1 and 2. I'm going to get into 3 and 4 soon. But I did really enjoy Volume 1 and 2, but the only main problem I had was the main character was kind of annoying, so that's all I really had to say. I really just didn't like the main character all that much, but that's just me. She can get way better as time goes on, but here she doesn't really get that much better, so I can't really say anything. Then we have How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift 1 through 3. It's just a nice, funny comedy with some ecchi. Not like too much ecchi, but like slight ecchi. Really good. I would suggest this as well. I need to pick up more though, because I've read all 3 of these volumes and I do enjoy it a lot, so I definitely should pick up more. Then I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Such a fantastic manga. I think the anime does a really good job adapting this, but I do think that the manga also does a really good job on its own, so I highly suggest this. I really do need the light novel to actually compare all 3, and if I ever do get that and I do read it, I'll probably make a video comparing the anime, the manga, and the light novel, to be honest. So, look forward to that in the future if I do get it. Then I have Tomodachi Monsters 1 through 3. This is a canceled series, but I actually liked it a bit. I thought it was a pretty interesting concept, like basically Pokemon, but like R-rated. So, I thought that was really, really interesting, seeing like these Pokemon actually like rip people apart and stuff, but that's just my eyes. Then, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord 1 through 6. It's okay. Nothing else. If you want to get into a light novel, this is definitely not the one you should get into. But if you really like the anime, then you might like this. So I would suggest it if you like the anime, but Then I have one of the best light novels ever. Classroom the Elite 1 through 4, 4.5, 5, and 6. I should have just said 1 through 6. Wow, I'm stupid. But yeah, I've only read up to light novel 3, which I get roasted for by my homie Shrek on Discord a lot because he's up to date and he says it's amazing. So I will continue it, don't worry, but I just haven't had time to read light novels. Then I have The Brave Tuber 1 and 2. I've actually read this a couple times. It's a nice, funny, short series that did get canceled, but I thought it was a really funny series, so I do highly recommend it as well. And as well as the next one, too. How Not to Train Your Devil is 1 through 4. This is also a series that got canceled, but I do recommend it. It was a pretty solid series, and it is really funny. Then we have Died Arc 1 and 2, where I think this is a really solid series by Kyu Hayashida. I think it stacks up as well. I think Volume 1 of this was more interesting than Volume 1 of Dorohedoro, but that's just my opinion, and I feel like Dorohedoro has way more to build upon because it's 23 volumes. So far, we only have 2 of Died Arc, so I can't really say much on that. Then, we have 1 through 13 of Rising of the Shield Hero. Yet to read this light novel because I just picked up these on the Right Stuff birthday sale, so I've yet to have the time to read these, but I am really excited to get into this. Then, I have Flowers of Evil 1 through 9 and 11. Almost all the singles, I'm just missing one of them. I'm really tight about that, but I will try and get the rares in Volume 10 soon, but it's just hard to get. Then, I have Welcome to the NHK, the light novel, and, well, actually, I think it's just straight up a novel. It's really nice. I got this in the Right Stuff birthday sale as well. I haven't read much of it, but I really do enjoy it so far. Then I have, what is this? It's a limited edition box set for Ajin, and I have all 1 through 16 of Ajin. There's 1 through 3 down there, if you can see that. And then the rest is over here, so let me just bring you guys over here to show you it. It's now all the way down here, sadly, for the rest of it. Focus. Yeah, there we are. Ajin's great. Highly recommend Ajin if you've yet to read it. It's the only thing I say is it is pretty expensive for a series you can literally read in like 4 hours at max, probably, because Ajin's just so fast of a read in my opinion, but not much you can do. Then I have the One Piece box set 1, 2, and 3, which is down there, and I also got this literally today, which is the Absolute edition of Batman Year 1. It's only down here because it doesn't fit on my top shelf, but I will say it's really cool to have, and I cannot wait to get more comics in the future. But One Piece, amazing series, really love it. Then I have the Death Note box set, very solid series. I think the second half is a lot where it really falters, but I still think it's pretty damn good. Then I have the Bleach box set 1, and I also have a Weekly Shonen Jump Mag issue 32 of year 2021, which is the blue box cover. Which is the only reason I got it, is because I love blue box, and the cover is really nice. So then I have Bleach box set 1, and these are the volumes I've read this month, so yeah. The Tokyo Ghoul box set 1, Tokyo Ghoul Re box set 1, and the Bleach box set 2 and 3. I just didn't know where to put these two, but yeah. Now, and I also have the SAO Platinum Edition. I've yet to read this because it's like 20 light novels and 2 books, but yeah. Now I'm going to show you guys my Japanese manga collection. Okay, so this is my Japanese manga collection. I'm going to have to move some stuff, but to start off, I think this is, yeah, Rap Has Theme Park Volume 1. This is just a volume my mom got me at, like, Book Off as just like a gift. Then I have Vinland Saga Volume 3, and I got this because the Goat Askeladd and Thor Keller are on them. Then I have this Unknown series that literally I could not find anywhere, and there's another one that my mom gave to me as a gift when we went to Book Off. Then I have Don't Blush the Kimi-san Volume 1. Really good volume, really good series, highly suggest it. And then I have Boys Abyss 1 through 5. This is also a really good series, highly suggest it. Boys Abyss is an amazing series. If you're into those darker kind of theme series, definitely suggest Boys Abyss. Then I have 2.5D Seduction. This just got announced for a English release in spring 2022. So if you want to read this, you can just wait till then. Then I have such a underrated goated series I did make a video on. Jujutsu no Rokunin Volumes 1 through 3. Super dark series, but it is an amazing series that I highly recommend. I don't even think I can show panels because of how gory it can get sometimes, but yeah. Then I have Kimono Jihen 1 through 14, which is up to date. Another one I just love. Kimono Jihen is so underrated, and I think it definitely doesn't get the love it really does deserve, as it is a Jump Square series, so a lot of those series don't really get the recognition they deserve. Then I have the short story collection by the Kimono Jihen mangaka, volumes 1 and 2. Right here, these are really cool, by the way. I cannot find these on scan websites anywhere, but I wish I could read it. Then I have Candy Flurry Volume 1. Don't read Candy Flurry, it's not that good. Then I have Blue Box Volume 1. Read Blue Box, it is good. Then I have Hard Boiled Cop and Dolphin 1 through 4. I got this more because I want to support Tamura, less because I like the series. I haven't read much, but I didn't love what I did read, so I can't really say much. Then I have Hungry Joker 1 through 2. There is a third one that I'm trying to find, but it's kind of hard to find right now. But I got this to support Yuki Tabata, since this is the series he made before Black Clover. And yeah, I just really wanted to support Yuki Tabata, and I do want to read Hungry Joker at some point. Then I have Elusive Samurai Volume 1. I know Volume 2 literally just came out, but I just didn't buy it yet. It was out of stock when I did make my order for it, but so I just couldn't. And then Phantom Zero 1 through 4. Amazing series with such high potential that just got cut way too early. This series could have been a huge hit for Jump, but they decided, no, we're just not going to allow it to. Hopefully it goes into Jump Plus, but I don't think it ever will, which is just sad to see. Then I have Sakamoto Days 1 2, another really good series that not many people really talk about. Then I have Witch Watch, which is also an amazing new Jump series. I think Jump is in a really good state right now with their series they have, so they have a lot of good youngsters. Then I have Nine Dragons Ball Parade, or Kowloon's Ball Parade 1 and 2. Really love this series. It did get cut short too, which makes me sad, but there's not much you can do about it. Then I have Black Clover Volume 24. I also have Steel Ball Run 24. This is because this is my favorite Steel Ball Run cover. It's a really clean cover. And yeah, I just have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, like the One Piece Law light novel. This also looks sick. I'm trying to get like all these light novels at one point. Then I have Mashle 1 and 2, Undead Luck 1, Ayakashi Triangle 1, Burn the Witch 1. Bunch of miscellaneous volumes that I will be having the English release of very soon. This never got released, but it'll probably get a release by 7 Seas at one point. Then I have Mission Yozakura Family 1 through 5. Very underrated series. I did read around 3 or 4 volumes worth of chapters, and I really did enjoy it, but I can't really say much after that. Then I have Little Bull, which is a series, let me just show you Volume 3. Yeah, I think you guys know why I bought it. Yeah. So, I'm going to be trying to find scans of this at one point. Then I have Tokyo Avengers 1 through 4, and Ace of Diamonds Volume 8. So yeah, that's actually my full manga collection, so let me just get to the outro. So, that was my full manga collection of August 2021. It's been so long since I actually made a manga collection thinking about it, so I'm very sorry about that. I did promise like 3 or 4 throughout this year, so I'll probably be making another one around November, December-ish, so get hyped for that. And I will say, I can't wait to make another one, and I can't wait to see you guys again, so I hope to see you guys next time, and peace!